It's late night Tron Legacy and Ares pre-show edition with Mark
So wait, are you gonna edit this in with our thoughts on Ares?
and Brian. Hello. Yes, I'm also doing the announcing.
Yeah, are you gonna edit this in with our thoughts on Ares, or this is its own separate thing?
Oh no, this is separate. This is the calm before the storm. This is the we decided to do homework and then you decided in the Canine Biscuits broadcast studio to literally like you were bored of it and you weren't interested in doing it and then you stitched this together before we were going to go see this movie. So, I mean, amazing.
Yeah, I saw Tron like 2, 3 days ago. No, yeah, no, it was 2 nights, two nights ago,
Okay.
and I just finished. I was trying to watch it last night, and I couldn't finish it, and I just finished it today after as soon as I came back from work.
Cool.
And it. I'm gonna cut to the chase. It was kind of different. We're gonna get to Legacy, but by me, I was trying to finish. I just finished Legacy. I was
For context, you have not seen anything Tron up until this
week. Period.
Right.
I have not seen a single frame of that Uprising show either. But like, it like the we're gonna get to Legacy, but I just want to say I started the first half yesterday. I got an hour in, and like I was really fighting my brain, but like I just like died on the headset. I just like fell the fuck asleep, and like woke up for work, and I was like shit. So after I got back from work, I started Legacy again. I fell asleep on it again.
Holy
and I woke up and like shit. Okay, now let me finish this, and I finished it. Like God, fine, I finished.
All right, let me
Right before I was like, I need to see this before Ares.
Yes, it's required. Yeah, it's almost okay. So just for context, on my end, I had not seen a lick of Tron One, the original from '85, I believe. But I was a huge fan of Tron Legacy. In fact, if there was a movie that got me hyped, there's very few movies that I can remember pre-Avengers that got me as hyped as Tron Legacy did. That teaser trailer and everything leading about the teaser was super all over the place. It looked so cool. In fact, for I think I did birthday invitations at one point in 2010, and that was like the picture was like a fucking light cycle because I was like, this whole thing is cool. Like I was so immersed into the idea of this movie, and I remember watching it and being super hyped for that moment. But I do remember as a kid thinking, "Wow, everything outside of the battles is kind of meh." But I still think it's legendary. Not to overlook the Daft Punk soundtrack is the only thing is the biggest is the most valuable thing from that movie itself. That always stands the test of time. That is, if there's one thing that forever and always has left me from Legacy, it has been whenever if I'm driving on a long trek, I will play it. If I'm doing anything, if I'm walking, if I'm on the bus, Tron Legacy soundtrack is with me always. But that movie stuck out like a sore thumb, but not in a bad way for me as a younger person.
I need to listen to the soundtrack separate from the movie.
Yeah.
From Legacy, because like as I was watching Legacy, I know like everyone talks praise about the soundtrack, but like I was waiting for a moment in the movie where I was like, didn't get that. But I was more like, okay, all right.
I think that clouded. I need to listen separate from the movie. I agree.
There's songs that are not on the soundtrack that are in the movie.
There are actually there's music in the movie that's not in the soundtrack. Because I bought that's how immersed I was into this movie. I bought the soundtrack to like the CD soundtrack to Tron Legacy when it came out. It looked like a light disc or the cycle. It was cool. It was very cool.
Yeah.
The album itself was had this cool glossy layer on it. It looks so cool. I should have brought it with me, but I didn't know we were going to talk about this.
I'm not big on following artists, but like I do like me some Daft Punk, like fucking around. They do around the world, around. Is that them? Around the world. I know what they. I know they're.
You know their vibe. You get their vibe.
Yeah, she's up all night to get lucky.
Yes.
Up all night to get lucky. Up all night to get lucky. All right, but like I like that song too. I like some of their songs.
Yeah,
they're one of the few artists I know their songs too.
Well, they were I don't I want to build this up brick by brick because we're going to be taking this down a little bit, unfortunately. No surprise.
Yeah.
But the timing of Tron Legacy choosing Daft Punk and the developers of this movie choosing Daft Punk was so perfectly intermixed with this not cyberpunk style, but this very future techie vibe, and it all came together in a great stylization in 2010 that looked almost nothing like anything else, and that's why I think this movie stands out for so many people. In fact, at the time, I thought of it as high sci-fi, and if I'm gonna look at it now as an adult, funny enough, you compare it to like Dune, you compare it to like other sci-fi, and you're like, wow, this is very baby sci-fi. It's nothing. There's no depth here.
I mean, no, you can still it.
No,
Well,
no.
the Tron One is high.
Tron One is high sci-fi.
I mean, but it's just eating off the back of Tron One. That's it.
That's why I'm
it's
saying
still the high
it
sci-fi
is
franchise. I can still say.
Yes, and I will say I got to talk about this as well. Last point, then we're going to get into it. There's a lot of people that are saying Tron One financially failed. No, it technically did not financially fail. For Disney's expectation, it did, but it did not fail. When it released
The
in
arcade
2010,
gave me a lot of fucking money.
yes, when it released in 2010, well, that's because they did the cool stuff from the movie in the game. But when it released in 2010, and in the same year, Star Trek 2010 came out, they made comparably the same amount of money. Like, one had a budget of, I believe, $25 million more, and it grossed $25 million more. But if you compare and contrast, they literally made the same amount of fucking money basically, and Star Trek was approved for they got two sequels, like almost immediately. This did not, and it's like that's on Disney. Disney thought, well, we're gonna buy Marvel, we're gonna buy Star Wars. We have these other properties, and they kind of let Tron fade. But Tron had enough of a rhythm going financially that they could have
like
kept going.
Tron is iconic. Like, funny enough, one of those few franchises that are not iconic, not for the movies, is more of like the aesthetic.
The
The
style
movies
really
did start
sells.
it, but yeah, it's a style and aesthetic, and it's like it would show up in other places if it's not for like these movies, because like it showed up in Kingdom Hearts, it showed up in goddamn Epic Mickey. There's like they just recently built an amusement park for it, like separate from the release. Like it wasn't even supposed to tie into Ares. It was just like they built like a attraction for it in Magic Kingdom. Like just they finished it just last year.
Right.
Or the year before.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they have the Tron light bike thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which some fat people are getting upset about that they can't fit fat people. It's like,
stop being fat.
There's a tip.
That's not an insult.
It's just like if you
that's
want
not
to
a
get
concern for me. Please,
Yes.
please get skinny.
There you go.
But like
Please get skinny.
but even that even though it was built recently, it was already an attraction in like one of the foreign Disney parks for a while now. So it was not built with Tron Ares in mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's built with Tron Ares in mind. Tron Ares is such a background thing for Disney that they could give a fuck less. They just, again, we are, as every
Jared
report,
Leto was probably built with Tron Ares in mind.
That's the only thing. He's the only one that
his parents probably didn't like each other, and it's like only our genetics can make a son that'll make a sequel to Tron.
He was born to be the only one that gives enough of a fuck in the entertainment industry to make a Tron 3. That's his whole...
To pay for one.
To pay for one.
Maybe while other guys gave a fuck about... There's probably other people that gave a fuck about Tron, but they're like, I'll wait till Disney makes one.
I do love how everyone, even like throughout the last 10 years, was like, no, and like he's like, I'll kind of partially pay for it.
So like, is he producing this new movie?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's giving money for Disney, who has infinite money. What the?
Because okay, I understand it. If I was a fan of Star Wars and they didn't make a Star Wars they didn't look like they were going to make a Star Wars for another like 50 years, and they didn't let's say the last Star Wars didn't necessarily fuck up, but I was interested in another Star Wars, and I had the money to like fund another Star Wars, I'd say, fuck, I'll put my backing into it. Can I get another Star Wars if I put my own funding into it?
No.
I know, like,
actually, let's we'll think about it. Let's see that script. It's good. Fuck that. Get the shit out of here.
Get out of here. What did you talk? What? No. Yeah. Let's get back on track here, though. We watched Tron and we watched Tron Legacy. I think I want to cover. Let's go back to Tron for a second, briefly, because I think that's going to give a lot of context as to why Tron Legacy is going to be treated the way that we're going to talk about it.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I was going to because like we were going to like watch Tron Ares anyway because it's a big blockbuster and we just review every big blockbuster. So I know, well, I see every fucking movie all the time. Um,
One,
so
1 second. Yeah, but Tron, 1982. I said 85, but I looked it up just now.
oh yeah, like
82.
oh, I was about to say like but yeah, we were about to watch we were gonna I
We're
was
gonna
gonna
watch
watch
it anyway.
I was gonna watch Ares anyway. So but like I was planning to see it in 4DX
Yeah.
on a Wednesday early showing, and then I asked Lana if like if she wanted to see
See it.
Good Boy the next week.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
she was like, "No, I want to see Ares." I was like, "I'm already gonna see Ares. Fuck it, I'll watch it the second time." And then after a while, I was like, "Fuck, I'll just." I I'm not looking at reviews, but I am looking at thumbnails to reviews, and they're already giving like opinions like Tron Ares is okay, Tron Ares is eh, and I'm like, I shouldn't be seeing this movie a second. I shouldn't be going to watch it for this movie.
By the way, just to interrupt, contextually, because again, we haven't seen the movie yet. Contextually, after watching both of these movies now, it changes my expectation going in. It is no longer is it better than Legacy, because for me now it's this franchise is technically sliding because the first one's here, second one's kind of here. So if it goes like this, then I'm like, it's kind of the franchise.
Why are you back in here? I just like
that was these were in your hands.
Yeah, my brain was like pet the kitty and like, wait a second, what the fuck? I kicked you out a while ago.
But 80. So Tron 82. I think.
Oh yeah, well I was gonna say I was going to like skip these movies or like go straight to Legacy, but I was like,
yeah,
fuck it, I got the time.
By the way,
like,
I almost said I told you to skip 82 Tron, and what a mistake. Because I was like, you don't need to watch Tron 1, just watch Legacy, and it's like,
I was
no,
going to watch a recap and go straight to Legacy too.
Yeah.
But I was like, this doesn't look like it matters. And it's like, fuck it, I got time. I'm gonna watch the first one. I'm gonna say fuck it.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you literally railroaded and just went straight.
Here's the thing. I was like minute one. I mean, well, okay, like the first couple minutes, I was like I don't know, something about like watching older movies, like especially the way they're shot. It's like, shit, I got the vibe going. It's like you just feel like it's probably just nostalgia for like watching.
Well, it's the fact that it's still shot on film, number one, and the fact that Jeff Bridges I'm gonna compare and contrast immediately from Tron Legacy. Our main character in Tron Legacy does not have the charisma that Jeff Bridges brings in Tron 82. Tron 82, he is such an awesome extroverted character that just energizes any moment he's in. And then also, what's great is anywhere in the actual real world is interesting looking. Like the office space is interesting. The where they're trying to find a space to actually play Tron and or whatever the actual game is called in the movie.
Flint's Arcade.
Yeah, like everything's interesting. The arcade's interesting. Like all of it, vibe wise, is well done and it looks great and it's shot well.
Yeah, my expectations were like cause I was like, okay, Legacy is gonna be bombastic and like fucking like epic and shit. But like let me just fucking get through Tron, and then like as it started, I'm like, shit, this is cozy. This movie's good. I'm like, I'm enjoying the vibe of this movie so far. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. It's like, okay, I'm cool. I'm cool with this. And like after the movie was over, I'm like, shit, that was better than I expected. And then it was complete opposite for Tron Legacy. All right, let's get bombastic.
I think what's interesting is, again, after being as a super once upon a time a super Tron Legacy fan, the cool thing about Tron 1 is it is literally Tron is a more fascinating movie in every frame. Every moment of Tron 1 is more fascinating than Tron Legacy, except for the score. Like again, Daft Punk, I think it actually again back to the point. Daft Punk is doing a better job than the movie does in making it than immersing you in the movie itself. But I think like Tron 1 is way more of a grand experience than Tron Legacy in almost every frame, except for the fact that obviously technology has progressed. Yeah, like I just love again. Like I was very surprised because everything you hear about Tron 1 is it's an experimental movie. It's kind of it's not really a fully fleshed out movie. It's like it gets really disrespected in the grand scheme of things. But it was actually very very I was immersed enough. Even the outfits, like in the beginning, they clearly are dealing with the limitations of technology, but you get used to it. And that's
actually no, because it's like it's something about like just like old effects in general. I love it. I
You
love.
actually you just like
It
you're like
doesn't-
give me more. You're like on it.
It's like
Okay.
because you know how revolutionary it is. It's like when I'm seeing like really well done graphics on like an old system. Like
Yeah.
fucking cats
Yeah.
messing with the camera. Get out of here! Come on.
She's got both of us at this point. I mean, he's got both of us at this point. Yeah.
But like well, fucking you messed me up, cat.
So you were saying your the
like,
outfits, the effects. Go ahead.
Yeah, because he like it's like they don't feel dated like even for its time. It's like you can see how revolutionary it was for this time, and it's like also it's I think it still looks good because it's very stylized.
That's the thing that's
and
incredible.
Like there's
yeah.
a lot of and like there's stuff I would like to see movies do today where there's like a lot of mixed media they work into because you can clearly see like some things are 2D animated. You can still see like there's like definitely some like background green screen or whatever.
Of course.
And it's just like knowing the time frame it came out, it just makes it more fascinating.
Yes.
So like I was still in a weird way I was amazed by the graphics and like the effects they had on display. So I was fascinated the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing, and I think what's also fascinating is when you the biggest thing of Tron Legacy, not to keep comparing and contrasting, is the
we can. This is Tron. This is the Tron Legacy combo.
Yes, but the light cycles are the box office moment for Tron Legacy. It's all over the It was all over the marketing. It was all over the posters. That was the big thing for Tron Legacy.
It's what everybody wants to do. It's like I want to be in the Tron world and do that.
But Tron still did it better. That's what I was surprised about. Was in Tron Legacy, you get the light cycle, but it's very short. It's very compact. In fact, they kind of cut it off midway through in an awkward way, and they shove someone in to save the day and all that stuff. Blah blah blah. In this in Tron 1, it's actually way more engaging with a trench run after the actual battle, which is very interesting. And because it's so stylized, it's dated, but it looks cool. Like it looks great.
I did enjoy the life cycle scene in Tron Legacy. My thing is like I think they could have done more with it, but I still liked what was there.
I like it, but they're not. But
not more than Tron 1. But
that's what's weird. It's like
I did like that was there. It was like what they were focusing on in terms of like their Tron gimmick action was that ending dogfight scene. It was like now we got life. What ships?
Which
aircrafts?
Really, that was
their thing. But like,
what's interesting is how lazy that was. They're like, we did it with planes now.
But that was their. It didn't interest me that much. But that was their focus. And like,
but it barely was even a focus because they spend maybe 3 minutes in a plane.
It felt like they were spending. Yeah, but they were spending more time.
Then they spent. Okay, we'll talk about the boring shit. But in Tron Legacy, yeah, it is. What else do I have here? I just think that it works a lot better time-wise. Like the pacing of the first Tron movie is handled a lot better. The stress of trying to get to a certain place is handled a lot better. There's not a lot of dead air, even in the moments where you're dealing with technology that's obviously new. So it's like people are trying to act with it, and you clearly have moments where they're trying to work with it, and it kind of may look awkward, but it doesn't matter because everything's paced well enough. Like I think Jeff Bridges brought his all, and everyone around him brought his all, and it's interesting to see that Tron is not actually a game; it's a person. I didn't know about that at all.
Yeah.
It
makes me wonder what the fuck Tron Ares is about. I haven't.
Well, now it's like the name is kind of. It's not pointless, but I don't know.
We're gonna see them. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Maybe Tron's in there too.
By the way,
if it has anything to do with the Flynn family or anything, probably.
Do you have any
maybe Jared Lowe's a Flynn.
Do you have any final thoughts about Tron now? Because I want to jump.
We're just going back and forth.
I'm pretty much done with my thoughts on Tron 1. So
what I like about Tron, because like sorry. Damn, fucking Tron Legacy gave me a cold. But what I like about Tron, it wasn't keeping me fascinated the whole time. There was some like slow scenes that I was like dozing a bit, but it wasn't that many. It was like because there was a lot of slow down moments. But like overall, I did enjoy my time.
But slow in context. It was slow. The difference was it was slow in context for the era it's in, not because it didn't have pacing. Like 80s movies, we're talking about pacing. Like, yeah, that's normal. But 2010, that pacing would be extremely slow by comparison.
No, actually, I'll say there was like
What do you think?
I'm not gonna give a full passing. I'll say there was
spit it out.
Some, I'll say there was some moment. Come on, but like I would say there was some moments where they spend too much time like looking at like the machinery sometimes, where it's like we're looking at certain like robots and stuff building themselves. It was just like certain slow like a few moments like that.
What?
Tron 1.
Well, yeah, but I think they were more interested in showing off the tech. But I feel you on that.
Yeah, I think that I at a certain point, like I get the idea.
There was the very long. He's Jeff Bridges is trying to Flynn. He's trying to drive the whatever craft, the iconic craft, and it's like he's barely controlling it, and almost like it crashes and all that. That's a long thing where
it looks cool, but like you also have to watch it build itself.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking about there was like these like weird like bug like jumping spider things.
Yeah.
And you have to watch them form, and it's just like it kind of just like okay, we're getting slow here.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. I still think it's well paced enough. Yeah. I just think you look at anything that has a technology basis is gonna be showing off everything that it can do. Very much with Avatar 1, where you talk about zoom in on skin. Like, look at how good this skin looks.
Like,
look at how good like these.
I did enjoy this movie. Like it's not amazing, but like it's still I still think it's like cool, especially for its time.
And, it's not Back to the Future, and it's not
because like the overall plot isn't anything. It's mostly because like the overall plot isn't anything amazing. But I didn't mind it. It was because it was like it's kind of an adventure movie. Guy gets trapped in the virtual world, and he has to compete in these games. He escapes the games, and he has to like try to find his way out through the virtual world.
He has to beat the system man in the real world and the virtual world man. And then he gets out with his rebel team. It's Star Wars adjacent. Like, let's understand that. Like, everything about that movie, it's very Star Wars adjacent.
We can see things that took inspiration from this. Like, Squid Games would take inspiration from this. Even Matrix.
Yeah.
Like, things later down the line. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is, like, cool. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. Especially more than Legacy.
All right. So, I want to jump. Let's go straight in. I gotta go dramatic, but Tron Legacy. Until you get to
Tron Leg,
until you get to the actual the grid, it breathes in the Dark Knight's shadow in a bad way. This is a cheap knockoff Dark Knight until it gets into the fucking grid. Like just watch how they're shooting this movie. All of the behind shot with the motorcycle, everything is like he's Batman, like he's fucking Bruce Wayne. These shots where Flynn is trying to do, the kid Flynn is trying to do all this shit is like so ridiculously stupid.
When is it? This movie's 2010?
It's 2010. It's 2 years after Dark Knight. This is when everyone's copying the Dark Knight.
I saw him at Dark Knight. It's just like...
No, it's Dark Knight. It's Dark Knight.
Okay.
Like, even Skyfall did a little bit of Dark Knight dancing.
But like, it's just, it's like...
Go ahead.
But I have to say, it's like, it doesn't even feel like it's just that. It's just like, like, this movie is not, in terms of script writing, it's like not inspired at all. It's like the most generic drama shit. It's like, it's like, because like, also we just watched like Treasure Planet not too long ago. And you have the similar sequence where it's like a parent and their child, just like telling stories to each other.
An abandoned
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, they're clearly gonna separate. It's just too happy.
Yeah. I will say, in that little prologue part where he's talking about the grid and everything, again, is that cool? Yes. And is the this is why I didn't mind Rogue One's Grand Moff Tarkin, because I saw Tron Legacy, and I remember Jeff Bridges. I didn't really care that his CGI face was like that noticeable. It is that noticeable, obviously, now the longer that it gets. Like, I was more, it's a tech movie.
Here's the thing why I give it a pass. Because we're in a virtual world. And it's like...
No, I'm talking about the prologue part.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where he's young him talking to young Flynn as a kid.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we're gonna play on teams. We always play on teams, and it's like the most scary, like fucking plastic face you've ever fucking seen in your life. And then he turns off the light and it goes away. Thank God.
I think. I think
It's passable for
it was
2010.
fun.
It was passable for 2010, but
I
like it's just that it's the longer that it gets away from 2010, the more it's noticeable.
I found it more noticeable in Rogue One than I do here.
Really? Wow. I feel again. I could.
I remember
that's
specifically
amazing.
when I first watched. I watched it. I remember specifically when I first watched Rogue One. It's
Everyone lost their minds at Grand Moff Tarkin.
I was like, what? That's a CG man.
Yes, because he's not real anymore.
Man.
You've got to, because he's not real anymore. Here's the bigger question. What's incredible is somehow Grand Moff Tarkin and Jeff Bridges are still almost, if not slightly, the same level of tech quality as Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny's young Harrison Ford, which did not pass at all.
They ripped that up. They ripped that straight from the Xbox game.
1000%. That shit is bad. So
it's like shit. We gotta bring this movie out quick. Who's Crystal? Like who's developing that Xbox game? Can we have that model real quick?
Oh my god. We gotta bring this movie out fast.
And they told them no, the model's not ready, so they had to like fuck. Anyone has a Wii game? All right, let's just.
Do you have the Wii translation? Fuck it.
Yeah, do you have the Wii game? Let's just rip them off from that instead. The Xbox game is not ready yet.
I think we saw the PS2 version of Crystal Skull. Can we just port that shit over? Yeah. But yeah, I think I was surprised because again, in the directing, in the editing, in the intention, and in the color grading, it just feels like they're just pulling from Dark Knight. He does the kid Flynn, young Flynn does, or adult young Flynn. He does the drop off of the tower, and that's straight up Dark Knight looking. Everything it's like embarrassing because it's so copycat, but in a generic way. In the boardroom.
You said Dark Knight came out the same year? Dark Knight came out.
No, we talked 2008 and 2010.
Okay, yeah, that was
so. Yeah,
I was gonna say it was the same year.
So the crazy thing about this is like, also you get a lot of exposition, but when you're talking about, again, I just want to separate the live action stuff, not the real world stuff, from the grid. Everything in the real world, poor fucking exposition. You have the old man talking to Flynn in his garage / home, and all of it is so fucking played out. And the Flynn kid, like, he's overacting trying to be cool the whole time. Like, Jeff Bridges, naturally he's cool in Tron 1, but he's just trying to be too cool. Is that, man?
And there's not much
don't even try
here
it, bro.
With these characters. It's just like everyone's super serious, and it just feels so dramatic.
Yes, that's what was weird about rewatching this movie. It's like, Jesus Christ, why does this feel so? It's like everyone's trying to.
Can we get a comic relief in this bitch? Like,
yeah.
I just need somebody with like a little bit more levity.
And then, like,
give me annoying talk. Give me an annoying talking sidekick. I'll give him a pass if they do that. Fuck.
Dude, like when they get to when he finally gets to the arcade, it's like he turns it on, turns everything on, and it's playing separate ways, and it's too on the nose. Because it's literally someday.
Well, also,
what was find you.
What bothered me is
Go ahead. What's up?
The Tron game they have in the Arcane Legacy. It's the real one where in the
80s one
they had a made up version that looks cooler.
It looks way cooler.
Yeah, it looks way cooler because you see like beams of light and shit. You don't see the life cycles or anything.
No, you see that. What is it? The tank controls, I believe. In
that too.
Yeah.
It's both.
Well, the question also is in Tron Legacy. The whole time we're in the grid, we never see one tank. we don't see a single tank the entire fucking Tron Legacy. I'm like, well, like again, back then when I didn't watch Tron 1 ever, I was like, wow, what a interesting universe. Now that we saw Tron 1 and you go to Tron Legacy, there's no fucking tanks. What are we doing here? Okay. So that out of the way, he goes down into the bunker. By the way, like, you're telling me anyone should have been able to get into that fucking
Yeah, there was like no movers or going in there. They probably would have found that like area by accident.
Yeah, like I'm like, that's too easy. You got to make this like, what? This is, dude. Narnia had a more difficult path. You know, again, I do like. Do they do a great job when you get to the actual grid? Yes. Like that moment where he obviously realizes that like once he gets transported in, which again, kind of unfortunate that they have a transformation moment, but it's not as interesting, which is
Okay,
weird.
well, like, did Old Man Flynn, did he set that up just so like it can like zap you from the back?
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess so. You would think, by the way, that after all that time, if he's
In
normalized
Tron
to it,
1,
but
the
you would,
same thing.
yeah, you would think if he was normalized to it, he would just have one that was easier, and it would just have you from the front.
Yeah, it just have it from the front.
Like it shouldn't be like but again, this movie is like a precursor to The Force Awakens.
I was also expecting like a more cinematic like remake of like how they zapped him in the first one, because like in the first one it's just
It's like
yeah, it's like a 3D printer effect. Like,
yes,
I was like, okay, I was waiting for a more cinematic version of that, and like, oh no, we just like
we just
everything's
we get a
turn pixel.
PowerPoint effect.
Yeah.
We get
I'm like, oh, they
yeah.
could have got more fantastical with that.
They could have. Again, I will say, like when you get into the world, it is. This is where I want to briefly touch on. Like, I think I had a realization after watching Tron One, because what I had to do was I watched Tron Legacy first, 2 days ago, and then I watched, and I almost fell asleep again, with like you said, with yours, but with myself, I almost fell asleep myself. But then I was like, fuck it, I've got to watch Tron One just for context purposes. And then after that, I went and rewatched some of the first half of Tron Legacy just to feel like how does this bridge? I need to feel how this bridges because this is a direct sequel. And what you realize is, especially if you listen to the Legacy prologue, is this is not the sequel. This is a third movie, and we are severely missing a second movie
We're missing all
because
of Flynn's like shit.
we are missing because like again, you need like because you get all of this stuff as he talks about it later, as Old Man Flynn talks about it later. But you need to tell us, okay, we need a movie where you get the construction of Clue itself. Clue's there in the first movie, but
Oh,
you need the true Clue that we get in
and
Tron Legacy. Go
just
ahead.
giving extra context for you folks. I have not seen a single frame in of Uprising,
I
so I
don't
don't
give
know
a
if
yeah.
I don't know if
I'm
anything is ever explained
Dude,
or
we
like
barely
shown.
watch Star Wars spin-offs, so we're not gonna barely anyone watch that fucking Tron spin-off. Like, I know that we know someone that's gonna want to talk about that fucking Tron spin-off. I don't give a fuck about that Tron spin-off. Like, no, uh,
Well, I definitely don't now.
no. But
If this
like
movie was
maybe
amazing, I'd probably be like, I'll check that out. I need some more.
yeah, like, but in the '90s, like we definitely needed like a movie that developed, their relationship, Clue and Flynn's relationship. You need that partnership collapse. You definitely need the movie to have a second movie that has the ISO civilization that apparently is important because they just threw that shit in there for some plot reasons. In Legacy, you need Flynn's wife to die and then have that because that's what happened apparently in the prologue. You need Flynn's wife to die, causing Flynn to lose his mind and spiral, which makes him lose control of Encom. You need all of this, so because all of it gets thrown in, and all of that context is explained in the most boring way in that fucking boring white mansion. Like it's all
Okay, so
fucking boring. And then,
here's
but let me finish. But then the biggest problem is you get this realized world, but you don't know how the fuck it got here, and so it looks awesome, but it's like dessert, but none of the fucking protein, none of the vegetables, nothing was really there to give you a good feeling about what's built up now. It looks cool, but I need the fucking context. You
oh
know
yeah,
what I mean?
there's no idea of like society that's in here or anything. It's like you when we get in here, we see like a bunch of people, and it's like, okay, I'm interested in learning about these characters, and then the movie's like, these are not characters. And I'm like, oh,
Yep.
but you guys like designed these don't look like generic Mook designs. You guys gave these decent designs. It's like they're not characters.
The moment
Oh.
you should have, the moment you probably realized this at the same time. I realized this upon second showing. This is my not second showing, but once I watched it in this past week here, is you get the first few characters that are being transported in that ship,
Yeah.
and then you never see them again, and then you see them in
Yeah,
the
I was
battle.
at first I was thinking that other people get teleported in here by accident.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then But what's weird is all of the context that you get in Tron 1 that really builds up like the chemistry between these characters. There is none of that in this movie.
I
It's
feel
horrible.
like I'd
Horrible.
probably be more confused if I didn't see Tron 1.
I thought it was cool because I was a kid and I was like, wow, sci-fi. But like, I didn't like now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Trying to think more about it,
Jesus.
like I feel like because Tron 1 did establish his rules pretty well.
Yes.
Like for the most part, and it's like I I feel like if I didn't see Tron 1, I would probably be more confused going right into this.
Yeah, I would feel.
Also, like, did someone just like insert their fetish into here? Because okay, so the main character goes in this white room. These 4 women come at him on all sides, fucking undress him. They go low. He's in his boxers, and then they dress him. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
Mark.
somebody insert their fantasy
I
dream.
thought you caught this by now. It's all style. This also is the same year. This is the year after Revenge of the Fallen Transformers 2 from Michael Bay. So just a heads up.
Yeah, but they're not trying to hide their fetishes.
No. Like the thing about this is like it would be cool if they actually had a genuine purpose. But you just wanted to have 4 supermodels in sci-fi tech outfits synchronized to Daft Punk music, walk up to the main character, take off his clothes, and then put other clothes on him, and barely say shit. So like, even again, but
also he's not commenting on this. I think this would be a comedic awkward moment. You're like, whoa, hey, but like no, he's just like okay.
He's got to be cool every fucking frame. He can't. By the way, so what's funny is again
any other character from like any other action movie, we're like, hey, what? Like they'd probably be into it. They were like, hey, ladies, what are you doing? No, hey.
Yeah. Again, like the minute after watching Tron 1, every moment I'm thinking of this movie, Tron Legacy, I'm thinking, man, how much more fun would it be if Jeff Bridges was not old man Jeff Bridges, but if young man Jeff Bridges brought so much energy to Tron 1. How much energy if you actually Chris Pratt, we're talking Chris Pratt from Jurassic World is probably the closest. You're from Jurassic World 1 and Guardians, where he had that Jeff Bridges energy that we saw in Tron. You know what I mean? You get what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like that's.
I mean, a lot of other people could have brought.
No, I know. I mean, like I'm just throwing out a guy, but like that type of energy in Tron would have been Tron Legacy would have been fucking fantastic.
I think this guy could probably brought energy. It's just like I'm going to blame the acting director. It's like.
Well, he maybe he's just not the guy.
Because even Flynn was good. Like even though it was like decades ago, he was still good in his last movie. I'm pretty sure if you try to get it out of him, you probably.
You're talking about Old Man Flynn.
Old Man Flynn, yeah.
I think, yeah. I mean, I can understand By the way, what's funny is how funny it is that this feels like a corollary to Last Jedi at times because you have the Old Man Flynn basically feeling like I'm not doing shit. I'm not gonna do shit. I don't need to do shit. The world's falling apart. It's not my problem. I'm just gonna let this shit waste. It's like, okay, all right. But back to the core point. I do think that it's not the acting director. I just think that this actor, because people were mad that I don't understand. People are mad at if there is one thing that you cannot get mad about with Tron Ares, it's that
as far as we know,
as far as we know, you cannot get mad that they did not continue the characters of Tron Legacy. Do you know why? Because those motherfuckers because their motherfuckers are boring. They are boring as shit. Like even by the end of it, that shit.
Okay,
they're boring. They're boring.
So the real world, I don't think we got much of that or any like.
Well, again, we talked about this.
Hold on, it wasn't because a lot of the segments were interesting. The segment I thought that was interesting when we get to what was called the ACOM building.
The NCOM.
NCOM. And I thought that was an interesting sequence, when we're in it, him sabotaging those people.
It was Dark Knight level, but yeah, sure, whatever you think.
Oh yeah, I thought if we kept going, it would have been more interesting because keep in mind because this is also compared to the beginning of that.
By the way, again, I'm sorry. This is some basic bitch shit. He is the largest shareholder, and this is what he does. And also the whole idea that he's going to sneak by security on the first floor and there's no cameras on every other floor up to whatever level he was at for the meeting. It's like you're supposed to just think about that and just,
So sure, I ain't doing nothing with his power except for like just breaking in.
Except
And
breaking in, it's like, dude, what the fuck are you
like,
doing?
why you have to be a shareholder to begin with?
The fuck are you doing? You're the largest shareholder, and that's what you do.
But like, also compared to the beginning of the movie, because like the whole father son thing story time was boring, and like,
It could have been, yes.
The whole montage of missing sequence until he gets older was boring. Like, we don't get any much character out of his like what his surrogate father and his like mother.
By the way, the surrogate father was in Tron 1.
Oh wait, no. Who are those parents?
What do you mean? Who are those parents?
Like they're in the house with him. They were like, I hope he.
Aren't those his? Those are his. I thought those were Jeff. I don't know who those were, but I'm saying.
Yeah, we
don't get context.
Yeah, there was not much interesting scenes to them. So it's like when the ACOM scene came up, I'm like, okay, something interesting, more interesting than what we just saw. So, but like I thought if they could have gotten like more with it, because also even if it was Dark Knight, I don't really mind ripoffs as long as like
not for Tron.
Huh?
Not for Tron. Not for Tron. Like
what do you mean not for Tron? Like
because
compared to the
I'm saying for the first one.
If you make it good, I don't mind ripoffs. If you make it fucking good, because that just means it's more the thing I like.
Yes, the best ripoff of Dark Knight is Bond Skyfall. Literally.
But this ripoff wasn't really all that interesting, but it was more interesting than what I was watching. So I was like, okay, I'm getting a little interested in the movie. But then it doesn't really go anywhere with it. It was very short, and then like also it didn't really make much sense. I was like, he gets caught, but then he just like I don't know, gets a ticket or something.
And also,
the result of that is like, oh, he doesn't get in much trouble. He just
by the way,
then what was the tension in that?
But again, apparently, all of the smart people in that boardroom didn't know that was Flynn's dog. You gotta really you put your dog. That's your dog. That's not a random. At first, I thought that was a random.
Headcanon, they probably didn't see his dog before. I don't fucking know.
I don't. But you should know. I'm saying if these are all. This is supposed to be the fucking technical people, especially. By the way, did you notice Cillian Murphy, fucking Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
That's that nerd guy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like I don't know what his social relationship with any of these people are. If they actually like talk to each other.
They don't.
Like they know of him. I don't know if they actually talk to him or anything.
Okay,
we don't get any.
Most of those people, again, the old man that was in the boardroom, he's from the first movie. The most of the name drops that were in that boardroom are from the first movie. Yeah. Like they're just name drops though, and that's it.
Yeah, but like I don't know what his social relationship with these people are if they ever like talk to each other. I know they know of each other.
Yes. This is the same year. By the way, same year as The Social Network. If you want to talk about good fucking dialogue.
Oh yeah, like all his dialogue was lame, but the expedition in this, in the real world didn't really, it was
bad.
It was bad, but it was boring. That's why the income.
It was extremely boring.
Was in comparison, but the worst expedition scene was when we old man Flynn at the mansion, because why I can tell you it was boring. That was a part I kept falling asleep on, and I kept having to restart because I was like, shit. Because like I fell. It was at the hour mark too. I fell asleep on that part. I tried watching it again when I got back home from work. I fell asleep on it again, and then I woke up, and then I was like, fuck, let me just get this over with. Come on.
Okay, so I wanna break this down into to why I think it becomes a fatiguing moment, because even younger me was fatigued. Felt like I had to take a nap in that moment. I think the thing with Tron Legacy is it's boring in the live action sequence. You are waiting for the grid. That's the whole reason why we're here. The trailers point it out. Everything points it out. The entire time you are leading to the grid. And then you get to the grid. You get this light exposition in comparison to the first Tron. It doesn't really give you as much context as it should. But then Flynn is put into the disc battle sequence. And the disc battle sequence is fine. In fact, it is great to see an evolved version of what we saw previously in the original movie. They took out, obviously, the other thing, the curved tool thing that they used in the first movie that was interesting, and instead they just have the disc battle. And that's fine. They get done that, and then they move on to the light cycles. And
I wanted more of these games, and it's I thought most of the movies were gonna be these.
So they're building, So what's happening is they're building up, they're building up your energy, because even if you were bored a little bit, and even though you don't know any of these characters, these characters outside of the main character, because unfortunately they didn't give any fucking context to who our opponents are, which is fucking stupid. Um, you get a brief moment with him and God damn it, what the fuck is his name? The guy that Clue, anti, anti Old Man Flynn,
Yeah.
the non Flynn,
Yeah, Clue.
and
I know you're talking about.
he's talking with him, and he has a moment, and it's like that's nice, it's a beautiful moment, um, but it's not who he's looking for. And then they have the light cycle battle, and this is the box office. This is why everyone came, and like again, was it cool? Yes, it's absolutely beautiful sequence. It's awesome. It's one of the most. We talk about YouTube clip movies. This is a YouTube clip movie moment where you watch that over and over. That's cool. One thing I forgot about this movie that sticks out significantly now, especially in comparison to the first movie, is um. So I don't know if the movie like thought it was. I don't know if the editor or the director originally planned for more of the light cycle sequence, but what happens in the light cycle sequence at the end of it is Flynn has his partners, like there's four people that are on his team. One of them, still has a spare light cycle. Like it's in his hand.
Yeah.
And he loses his light cycle. Flynn loses his light cycle, but he still has the spare. And he
I was like,
doesn't use it. And it's like, what are we doing?
I was waiting for
Use
the
the
like the I was
fucking
waiting
light
for
cycle.
I was waiting for the match moment in like fucking Toy Story 1.
And it's like I don't know what, like, because they needed I guess they were like, I don't know what the editors thought, if they thought, oh, the movie's running too long, we can't have a longer sequence. But the difference between the greatness of Tron 1 is they extended that into making the light cycle moment an interesting thing that ended up being an escape plan. And in this movie, the random girl is now which, by the way, again, you made a light cycle like car now. Very boring, just a truck, nothing interesting about it, and it breaks into the fucking thing, and no one really chases after him, which is weird as shit. Doesn't make any sense. How do they not chase after him? Doesn't make any fucking sense, but they get to escape. And that's how that ends. And so all of the reason why you're fucking fatigued, or you just start to lose, everything drains out of you after that, is because the movie itself literally stops the brakes of all momentum to break into the light cycle sequence and rip out the momentum and drag Flynn to get to his father. And it's in the most boring way too. It's in the most boring fucking way, in the most boring fucking place, in a very lifeless, low energy, very fatiguing, very nap time esque style.
I hate how they had to like repeat beats of the first movie, and it's like where if they didn't, it would have been more interesting because the the like the first movie is like the first of its kind, so it's like it gets a pass for like the way the story went. Where to this one, it's like okay, we get the games. The first movie, the main character Flynn had to escape from the games. And
Yes,
it's like okay, in this one we actually get to see the games, and it's like oh no, he's escaping from the games too.
he still gets to exactly. They still escape basically in an
And
in a more boring version of the identical way.
and this is before like Squid Games and shit exist, and we get all this and we there's probably a couple of anime game based animes, but like it's like I mean it's before this shit gets really popular, so it's like I think this movie would have been like a big success if they like kind of just did that, focus on that.
Yeah, if it was leaning more on that,
Like
and
it was like kind of like a tournament arc in an anime.
well, again, like even this movie should have been just that, and then maybe you get. This is why again you needed a previous movie number one for context, and then this should have been three movies, but obviously you only get so much in a runtime. So once he escapes, this movie from this point forward should be a father son. It should be a father son feature
I,
where
I was
but
expecting his father to be trapped in the games too, before we got revealed like that the fake father
the
was the head
clue
of
was
was the head of all this game.
yes, and that he set the page and he's trying to escape. And again, they give this context like he's trying to escape to get into the real world and what's going to happen, but like we don't. because we don't get a real, like, what does it look like when he gets into the real world? I don't know, because it feels like, hypothetically, let's say he did get out, then he could fucking nuke, like, someone would just shoot them.
Oh yeah, and you said like
Like,
we like yeah.
there's no context to the idea that he's more powerful than real people. So, like, the idea that he gets out, they didn't put that gravity. They didn't show us how that would be a terrifying prospect for the actual real world ever.
And like I know you said there needs to be like an in between movie.
Yes.
I think they probably wouldn't need that if like they didn't make the plot too complex. Like if it was just about the games, and it's like I don't know the other plot was his father was also trapped in the games instead of that whole backstory Clue's creation stuff. I think that would just been a fine movie as is.
Yeah, but you can't really. It's tough because if it was Jeff Bridges, like maybe in 2000 instead of 2010, he's so old you can't even really make it perceptively true that he's stuck in the games. Like,
It's a virtual world. I can believe it. Virtual
he's
world.
not like, okay. If
Just
he
give
no
a plot
no
reason. Like
that'd
he
be
got
like
his
if, no
shit is
that no
enhanced.
that's like if Harrison Ford, like, no one could even believe Harrison Ford could actually do that shit. There's no way any, like, could do the shit that he does. There's no way to believe that Harrison Ford, like, that fucking Jeff Bridges at
The
age
same way they make
70.
you believe Tron does it. They just keep the helmet on him.
Yeah, well, sure.
They keep the helmet on Tron.
Yes, which that was kind of weird.
Yeah, they can find ways around it. It's fiction.
By the way, you know what's weird is the CGI for Jeff Bridges is a lot better in Guardians 2 than it is this. Not that that's surprising, actually, because it's been a few years, but like that is way better. Like, that's he looks actually young in that movie. It just caught me off guard. Sorry, just sorry. Kind of a brief aside. Uh, so I think the bigger thing is, okay. So you have, like you said, multiple threads in this movie. It's got a two pack. The big weird thread that they throw in is ISOs. So ISOs are this sub. They're this other thing. They spawned up. This is why I still believe you need a second movie, because even if you didn't have a second movie, you still have to contextualize the ISOs existing and then being murdered, like building up, because the ISOs are why the civilization
Well,
is
the
what
worst part
is.
is, you know, the movie's so uninteresting. It's like when they give you a backstory, it's like
It's still
that.
boring.
No, it was like it just makes you more upset because like that sounds like the more interesting movie.
You no,
That's why.
that's what I mean. That's why it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's the
And
movie.
also that's another that that also feels like that's why we would need it. Same thing with like when you watch Last Jedi and you get that backstory of like how Kylo Ren
Oh,
uh,
how Kylo Ren turned,
yeah,
and
Kylo Ren
and
turned. It's
how
like
Luke even turned.
I mean, stupid story, but it's like
I
sounds
need
more
I need
interesting than what I'm
context.
watching right now.
Well, that's why, like, I put in my notes, the cut between Tron 1 and Tron Legacy feels like the jump between 6 and 7, because you're missing such a gap that you need to fill that with, like, you need something in the interstitial that brings more context. That's not here. And nothing's more clear than that, because the problem with the ISO story is that's the reason why the girl's in the movie. Like, the only reason why the girl's in the movie is, number one, to have maybe, I guess, a romantic interest by the end of it, but number two, because she's an ISO, and, like, you need the last ISO. It's like, I don't give a fuck if she's the last ISO. Like, the movie really fucking cares that she's the last ISO, and it doesn't fucking matter to me.
And like, well, and the whole thing about this movie is nothing is suspenseful because none of these characters are charismatic. I don't give a fuck about any of these characters. Nothing like it doesn't feel like much is at stake, and it's like the big stake is their like their fuck. The big stake is like the Clue is going to release shit into the real world, and it's like kind of got no. We're kind of don't
There's
see.
no context for
Yeah,
what
no
that even
context
means. The
Yeah,
fuck does that mean that he's going to do that? Like, you need to see a real world impact. Does that mean that things shut down? Does that mean, like, something looks like it's being hacked?
we
Like,
need
we
to
don't
see.
know.
We probably need to see it actually happen. That should have been
Yes.
the movie, and it's the movie now. It's fucking Tron Ares.
Somehow, dude, somehow Transformers Revenge of the fucking Fallen, the fucking Transformers 2, the one that gets dogged the most, gives you real context for what the antagonist's plans are, better than Tron Legacy. Like, that's a weird fucking comparison, but it's true. Like, somehow Michael Bay made sure to stuff that fucking clarity in there, and you just don't get that in this movie at all.
And it's like I don't really feel anything for like it's not even just a character. It's just like his life compared to the game world is like he doesn't seem like he's like he has a good life in the real world. So it's like I don't really feel bad for him not like leaving Tron City. In fact, like I think probably more interesting if like the plot was he's trying to find a new life in Tron City or something like that. And it's like there's like like you it's not you don't have to it's not just a good character to have stakes. It's definitely a big part of that, but like also you have like good supportings or good surroundings for him to have stakes to come back in a real world because we get that in Tron in the '80s
And
Tron
Tron 1,
where
yeah.
like he has a good relationship with the people he's with. He has a goal in mind.
He also wants to fix that the fact that all of his creations are being fucking snubbed.
Yeah,
He has multiple reasons to want to go back into the real world.
and we have a guy we have a villain in the real world to feel salty about. The villain, in the real the Akon guy in the beginning of this movie, he already like it feels like he already got his comeuppance before he gets to the Tron world. So it's like, all right, well that's not really a
That's
lingering
resolved.
plot.
I
don't feel salty about anybody here. So what is there to look forward to in the real world of this movie?
Yep.
Like why do I feel like he needs to go back? And it's like you got like it should be like a kind of a Samurai Jack plot before they made the final season where it's like, well, he can't really get back to his world, but he's going to do everything to make this world better.
Yeah. And even like again, like the weird there's so much here where like okay, you get um there's so many sequences in like the movie loses itself once you get into because there's the moment I love the moment where young Flynn's talking to old Flynn and he's crying. He's like he's so emotional about it. That's a beautiful moment that it's almost on an island because it's the most interesting thing after the light cycle sequence because I guess almost the only thing that's interesting after the light cycle sequence is they finally get a moment together and they're talking and he's emotional and he's happy that they're but and he's just like man this is great that he's seeing his father again for the first time in forever and it's an honest discussion um but then the rest of the thing is like it's a fetch quest and it's a boring fetch quest. It's like, okay, so you're telling me that this fucking the grid is super technologically advanced because you can't say it's not. You can't say that's what's weird about the context of this. Apparently, it's super technologically advanced, but they don't know where the fuck anyone is, even though we just saw where the fuck they are, and they take a long ass time to fucking get to where both Flynns are. They're so slow to get to where the Flynns are that they're not there at all by the time they get there. And then young Flynn goes to the bar place with the one guy who says he's
Yeah.
working both sides.
Oh, and
This is where this movie starts to feel like Last Jedi to me. In that
well,
again,
here's where
yeah, what's up? Go.
here's where it fooled me
Mhm.
because like
Oh, it fooled you. Wow.
no here's where no
Subverting
I,
expectations.
no no no
We're
no
getting into
it,
we're
it's
getting
not
Last Jedi.
it's not that
Subverting
fool
expectations, ladies and gentlemen.
it didn't subvert my
It
expectations. Well,
didn't. Okay.
it subverted my emotions because like
Okay.
here's the thing. Um, like I said, everyone is so dry and dramatic in this movie. We need like a fun supporting character. We need somebody with levity. The IO lady when we get to the mansion, like she just because when we get
Uh-huh.
to like old man Flynn's mansion, like she's fucking boring. She's a boring character. She's
Well,
nothing.
they do the normal thing with not normal, but this was a common trope pretty regularly, especially when you're talking about 90s, 2000s, uh, 2010s sci-fi that didn't really want to give a fully defined character, notably female. Is you get a hot chick and you give her sci-fi clothing, and then you make her naive and almost like naive to the point where she's almost childlike in innocence and curious, and she doesn't know what she's doing all the time, so she's like it's like that happened in there's a few sci-fi movies I can't name them offhand where it's like I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing, but like then they're hot and it's like you know
I can
uh
see why old man Flynn wasn't really trying to get back to his role. Like he's just in this virtual world banging his like
They
chickie
don't they
mates.
don't contextualize it, but it's pretty clear. Like they don't say it. They never say it, but it's like, come on. He's living a lap of luxury where he's in this boring ass house with all the shit he wants with a chick that's young.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too complicated.
They're not gonna talk about it, but he's banging her.
Yeah, and then like, what is young man Flynn's prize? He gets to bang the chick that his old man's been banging the whole time. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Shared sex toy. Because it's not a person; it's a thing he made.
It is. That's the other weird thing about the end of the movie. It's
program.
Like, it's still a program. Like, when you
by the end of the movie, they still show like digital shit in their eyes.
That's what is so fucking weird about, like, when it's like they're riding off into the sunset. It's like, sure, but she's a program. Isn't this a problem? Like, shouldn't the goal have been to fix the grid to then make sure that she could live in harmony, not put her in the fucking real world where everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Anyway, but the whole
hey, fuck, we watch porn on electronics. There's already sexual content.
I was moving off.
There's already sexual tension with computers.
You're still on, I don't know why you're still on that. I'm moving off of that, but you jumped back to it.
I know, but like, well, I was talking about why it fooled me, because when we got to the bar, we meet up with what the fuck is the guy's name?
Isn't he the same actor from Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think probably,
because like he's almost doing the same role.
Yeah, but it's the guy it's the guy that he's meant to meet, and it's like, okay, he seems humorous. Finally,
he had some that moment. It's
finally supporting character on the team with charisma.
Yes,
and then turns out
5 minutes. You get he's
evil, and then like the action sequence, he's just like watching these mooks do shit, and he's like, he's not doing anything, and it's like, oh,
he doesn't even fight.
And then we're back to the trio of like dull fuckers, where it's like, yeah, it's back to the old man, back to the lady that the action lady is saying, and back to young Flynn.
We have to propagate this with, again, the drive over was boring because he uses the old light cycle, but you know, it's like then he gives it away, and you're like, honestly, as a person, you're like, bro, you're just gonna what? Like, even if you don't want that chased on your tail, you're just. Do you not have respect, young man? What the fuck's wrong with you? And then he just lets that shit.
In a world, nothing matters.
It doesn't. Yeah, fair. Okay, but still. Anyway, so I don't even know what this means. Is that like how is that vintage? How does time work? Like we get light cycles or whatever the fuck they call them. But you know.
And like even the old movie had
no, go ahead.
There wasn't like a comic relief character, but there was like this little thing that it would just like no yeah this little sparky thing.
That thing I found annoying, but I can understand some people found
it would add something to this. I need something in Legacy.
So okay, and again, I want to make sure I contextualize. Again, the whole drive up to the bar is boring. He gets back there, the chick, the lady that was, which again, I don't know what the social systems are, but I would put alarm bells on if I saw the chick that gave me the outfit. Suddenly, I wouldn't be like, hey, I guess we're working together now, because you were on the inside. So I would think,
oh, hey, you're the lady that dressed me.
Yeah, but like, he's thinking, I guess I'm working with you, and you're going, like, so, okay, they get to the bar, and then the bar fight happens. And then immediately after the fucking bar fight, they go on the most boring train ride in the history of fucking train rides. I mean, holy shit.
Elevator ride, or was it?
The elevator was like Star Wars prequel level interesting, where you have a CGI thing around you. It's a CGI environment, and the shit's falling, and then you've got to like old man Flynn pushes buttons.
I didn't like that scene. By the way, folks, I have the 3D. I have the 3D Blu-ray of this movie, and I'm watching it through my PlayStation VR headset. Even with the expedition scenes, I was still fucking falling asleep.
Understood.
But what I do like about it is like it like the. No, not like about it. What I find interesting is it's kind of like doing a Spy Kids 3D thing, where it's like for like the real world scenes, it's like in 2D, and then like it turns the 3D effect on when you get to the light cycle scenes.
Yes, that's what happened. That's what happened in the movie in the theater too, which is great. Yeah. But I think like again when that I will say Spy Kids is the closest. It's what. This movie, the older it gets, the more it starts to feel like Spy Kids.
Oh my god, yeah, I did make the perfect comparison.
Did you notice that too? Like
it's Spy Kids 3D.
There's so many environments where young men, especially in the beginning and throughout the movie, when he first gets in there, and like when the platforms start moving, when anything's moving, and that's not still, feels very Spy Kidsy.
But dude, I,
You know,
Spy Kids 3D was way better than this.
Spy Kids 3 was way better, but I mean, it
Yeah.
still feels like Spy Kids in terms of CG quality.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Mhm.
But like that director is like he is set bent on making his movies for cheap. That was always his thing.
Yeah.
I always like I liked his I liked the DVDs of I just like Spy Kids 2 and Spy Kids 3 on DVD.
Right.
And like his special features were always about this is how I make movies for cheap.
That's awesome.
And
That's
it's like it's not that he didn't have the money or like he's just like he's all about trying to make these Spy Kids movies for cheap.
nice.
They're on like okay yeah.
Why not?
And people, and fucking, I loved it. Kids loved it. He like, he's doing. He knows what he's fucking doing.
He's doing enough. That's all that matters.
Like
as long
he
as
makes
it's
it.
still...
He makes it. And those movies are fucking fun.
Yes. Yeah. I haven't seen anything after 3D except for Shark Boy Lava Girl, so I don't know if they're still fun. But
I skipped Shark Boy Lava Girl, and I skipped everything else.
Okay.
4 looks like ass.
Though I've seen thumbnails of it, but I don't need to. I don't give a fuck. Like once you're... The thing about Spy Kids is once I was out of the age group to give a fuck about Spy Kids, I didn't give a fuck about Spy Kids. Like
Me, well,
you know,
and like, I think it was stupid because like what was interesting about Spy Kids 3D, that was before like 3D movies were a regular thing and they were big, and this is like, and you had the red and blue type of 3D.
yes.
Spy Kids 4D came out when 4D movies are already a regular thing.
It had jumped. Yeah, everything had jumped the
like,
shark already.
The thing they were trying to like advertise it with, I remember, was Smell-O-Vision. It's like it was
horrible
like,
concept.
Yeah, we get you a Smell-O-Vision card, and it's like that's stupid.
That also sucks. No one wants to smell like garbage stuff that might be bad smelling. Anyway, I want to jump back. But the problem with this movie is, again, like the second half of this movie is just layers of boredom. Again, you get out of that bar sequence, which is the last thing that's interesting. By the way, Daft Punk, you see a few cameos of Daft Punk there, but you get this incredibly boring, I mean, fucking boring train sequence. And then you get, which is it? I'm just trying to remember. Oh, I think that's Brian.
It's Brian.
All right, if you hear any background noise, that's because we have a third human being here. But Tron Legacy.
These mics are good enough picking up most background noise though.
Yeah, we'll see. But it's the problem with the second half of Tron Legacy is you get like it gets super boring. So you get this really fucking long train sequence that's really fucking boring, and it's a beautiful like there's some beautiful moments where the you have old man Flynn, young Flynn talking to each other. Good. But it's overall boring. We've got Bacon here who wants to say a word. Go ahead, buddy.
Do you know how humans are made?
How what?
Do you know how humans are made?
In the grid.
One of these.
Hey, it's a cream pie, ladies and gentlemen.
He creams in pies.
He creams in pies?
Yes.
Delicious.
I don't...
What?
It's delicious. I don't...
He's into that.
I guess so. I don't decide what is and isn't delicious. I just know my own taste buds. So, Mark, you can detail it more for all of us, the audience members.
Tron though.
Like
Pause it. Right now.
Yeah, I'm unpausing it now. I'm unpausing it now. All right, this is getting a little wacky, but I think overall, second half Tron Legacy is so boring that okay, so you get this moment. Honestly, the whole thing is they're obviously Clue is chasing after them, and they get into that plane sequence, and it's the most boring fucking chase scene ever because they decided to base it off of bombers. Much like again, Ryan Johnson did this whole thing in Episode 8, where he made fucking bombers in the beginning of the movie, like this whole idea for fucking Star Wars to fucking bore the shit out of people. In this movie, you have these slow fucking planes, which the whole point of light cycles was that it was fast and energetic. I don't know who the fuck thought, what if we slowed this shit down and then we had them have the fucking light cycle energy, but it was slow and boring as shit. That's not a fun fucking concept because it goes on for way too long until they get to where they need to get to. Horrible idea. Don't know what the fuck that was about. But that was boring. And then you get to the tower that they need to get to finally. And that whole sequence was really cheesy because, like, Okay, again, I love like. Is it sad for a bit? A little bit, like a little inkling. It's sad, but like when you realize the plan, young Flynn just holding that whole thing back, and he's not going into the portal, and he's taking his time. Meanwhile, Clue is on the same bridge with him. You're like, bud, go. He is coming after you. He is going to get into that portal with you. That's like if Miles Morales took his time instead of trying to move. Remember Miles in Across the Spider-Verse? He's trying to get fucking going back to his home. That's his goal in that spider fucking portal thing in the Spider Society. He's trying to go so that Miguel doesn't get to him. Imagine if like he was like, nah, I want to take my time though. It's like no, he's trying to go because that makes sense. So then young Flynn should have the same energy, but he doesn't. You know what I mean, Mark?
Look,
Yeah, and well, like it pissed me off because like the fact
does,
that like the I knew as soon as I got there because like the old man was just ready to kill himself, and it's like you would like I would give you a point if you would let him escape this world with the old man. But I know this movie's about to do the predictable thing.
Well, they showed it because he has his disc is like thin, like his light is running out, and he's like, hey, Cora.
And it pissed me off because like
Help
it feels
me.
like this whole journey is for fucking nothing. All you would get is like the fucking program girl out of this.
Yes.
Because like
it isn't the fleshlight.
Because like he has. I think he already won ACOM by like fucking him over and uploading the free file online.
I mean NCOM.
NCOM.
NCOM. Yeah.
Yeah, MCOM.
Not
whatever.
Akon.
I forgot.
Akon's an artist, Mark.
Whatever it is, it's the fucking the company. He has a share of stock in this.
Yes.
He already won that.
He already won that.
So it's like
he's just not being Bruce Wayne.
It's like the point of being here should have been like getting his dad out. He's been wanting to see his dad forever, and it's like.
Well, and also proving the world wrong as well. If he could get his dad out, then he could prove the world wrong that he didn't just vanish on purpose and all that shit and blah blah blah. Because that's the whole thing in the prologue. The prologue is that hey, he decided to purposely leave his son behind and all that shit and leave the company behind. That wasn't his purpose. He didn't purposely do that. It's just that he got trapped in there because there's only so much time.
By the way, that news sequence is like, are we?
It's exposition central, by the way.
Are we in like the TV void?
We're in the TV void because it's the exposition TV void. That shit again, ridiculous. Again, did it look cool when I was 12? When I watched that 11? When I watched that movie? Yeah, of course. But you know, no, not like again. You revisit that shit and like it's like Jesus, like. They're trying to fast forward. They're trying to do hyper speed you through context in the most boring way possible. Instead of making the movie about the context, they're trying to quickly get you through. And that sucks. Yeah, I just thought like the whole thing at the end feels pointless. It's like, okay, there's an ending. But again, like I think overall we've talked about the whole movie. I don't have any other thoughts outside of the fact that again, Daft Punk's soundtrack is the only thing that again uplifts the movie higher than it deserves to be, and also it's the only thing that the Daft Punk soundtrack again is so good that it stands alone outside of the fucking movie. Most people like the soundtrack alone outside of the movie. They don't give a fuck. They just love the fucking sound. That's how good that is compared to the fucking movie itself.
Like the most attractive thing about Tron is the aesthetic. It's like
yes.
And especially what this movie made turn the aesthetic into because in one it was like more of like a I guess like soft lighting on like and like characters with animated suits. It's a different aesthetic for what's like.
Well, it's all it's not DIY, but it's all It's all trying to figure out something new.
Yeah.
And so it's like okay.
This one, the aesthetic is black on LED, and I like that. Because
it's
black on LED is gamer shit. That's like all fucking gamer electronics, black on LED.
I think that's why it was so popular. Also, the vibe fit the time perfectly. It meshed perfectly for that time.
I would love to have my house modeled after Tron Legacy. Like that fucking shit looks good.
I mean, dude, like the Xbox 360, that startup ring for the Xbox 360 where it goes like that.
That's my data disc.
That's very exactly like it's so cool. Like, so it fits very well with the techie cool vibe, and it works perfectly.
And like I'm usually hyped to play those Tron video games. Like I had one. Like we played one.
We did play that
for
one
the Wii.
I didn't think it was. It didn't immerse me.
It wasn't immersive, but like I just thought like I thought it was cool. We were playing in this Tron world.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing, but like it was like hey and that's my thing for like when I'm excited for anything, any video game that has Tron in it. Like the Kingdom Hearts thing was cool. The Epic Mickey thing with Tron in it, they even had Tron in it, was cool. Like anytime Tron shows up in video games, I think that's cool.
And that's why again, when this
Yeah,
started,
Sega's just awesome.
like, are we again going back to that core point? Because I think we're pretty much done on a wrap. Like we're
this
wrapping up
movie's
here.
fucking boring.
But I think the whole concept that everyone, it's like, oh, a third movie will never get made. It's like Tron 3 could have gotten made in 2012, 2013, 2014 because it made enough money technically to do that. It wasn't in this blind space where it couldn't have been done. But Tron 3, what was my, because Jesus Christ, what was my track I was going to go toward? But I don't even know what my train of thought was, but it's just that Tron is it. If you're going to use Tron, like Disney owns so many properties now that even where they're releasing Tron this year is in an awkward spot because it really doesn't have any time to breathe. It doesn't, like, Disney's putting it up against technically Zootopia, which, because it's only going to have 3 weeks runtime, 4 weeks runtime.
They're lucky Mortal Kombat.
Good fucking luck.
This month.
Mortal Kombat was going to come out, and that would have fucked it. Because it would have been, because Mortal Kombat 2 is not exciting for people. People are not losing their minds about it.
It didn't get much of an advertisement.
But it is competing in the same space.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Thankfully, though, it doesn't. So if it bombs even worse now, then that's a problem. But again, I always thought for Tron, what you should do is, if you have Avatar, Star Wars, Marvel, all these things, Tron should have gotten its own specific release window away from any Avatar, away from any Star Wars or Marvel. Thankfully, Marvel's not in this window, but Avatar being in this window with Tron is a dangerous game. It means that Tron will never have that runtime, even if it was good. Like, let's say it was the best movie ever made.
Zootopia's not coming out until like the 2026. I think if this movie was,
it's got 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think if the movie was hype enough, if people were in on it, I think it could have. It has enough time to make up like a big chunk of change.
Yeah, it could make 300 million with that, but it doesn't look like it'll do that.
So yeah, but like coming from reception and the fact that Jared Leto's face is on it, I don't think it's like going anywhere. If like, I think if this is the same movie, but if Keanu Reeves was the poster face on this, that would have changed a lot. I think.
I don't know. Because like, it can't be a bad movie. Remember, Matrix, what the fuck was that? Resurgence?
Yeah.
That movie bombed because Keanu Reeves was in it, but it was not a great movie. And that's Keanu Reeves'
It was also
franchise.
free on HBO Max.
Sure, but if it was good enough, you're talking about momentum still going towards it. Like, you're talking about, that was the same year that Batman kicked ass with Robert Pattinson. That's the same year that a ton of movies kicked ass because people were coming back to the theater.
Probably a different poster actor. I don't know. I don't think Jared Leto's face isn't selling shit.
I don't.
Especially how much of a controversial Joker he was, and like people were just and he's also now known for Morbius.
It's not. I think it's because look, like Jared Leto was a part of Suicide Squad, and that made a lot of money, but he was the cheesiest part of that movie.
Yeah. It's after, and people still talk about how he's the worst Joker. Even Teen Titans Go made a joke about that.
Yeah, and that's low fruit from them, though, from those fuckers. But I think Jared Leto just, what I want to say, like, I don't want to defend Jared Leto.
That needs controversy for like cults and shit.
Yes, but simultaneously, you're not getting a third Tron movie ever, unless he and his team are not backing that. Like, if they weren't backing that shit, then guess what? That shit's not happening.
Yeah.
And that's just the straight up
truth. I'm just saying that's part of why it probably won't really sell as well.
Right, but like, I'm gonna blame the marketing. Because I've gotten an ad on YouTube mobile, because I have on my computer I actually have Opera, and that has the ad skip skill still. But on my phone, I've been getting the ad for Tron fucking Ares, and they keep throwing this IMAX ad, and they have Leto's front and center on that ad, and he keeps saying this dumb shit. The film was shot for IMAX, which means that it's the perfect place to watch on IMAX. And it's like, that is a dumb fucking thing to put in your marketing because it sounds retarded. Like, that is a dumb sentence. Like, you've got to pitch it better. Dude, Nezza 2 made no money and that had a better fucking ad for IMAX. Like, you've had 78,000 movies that have pitched themselves better for IMAX. And that was not a great IMAX ad. You've got to show, like, we know what a good ad for Tron is. And that's the light cycle shit that we saw in Tron Legacy. That's why it made $400 million. You've got to go, and I will say, the first teaser does a good job. Because that slice in half of the police car is cool. But you shouldn't have had another trailer at all. Because learning about the movie, unfortunately, because it looks generic as shit. Like, if you know your movie's generic as shit, then don't make 2 other trailers with it. Just keep that teaser, and just keep looping that teaser, and that's it. That's all you're doing. Don't make 47 trailers, because if your movie's garbage and it's generic, just keep pushing that cool trailer, that cool teaser.
Yeah, you can. Well, you're gonna need to give more context at some point, but you can probably.
No, you don't. No. If it's not good, then that's it.
No, you can probably make another trailer that's like in the style of the first trailer.
Fair.
You just have to show a bit more, just like it. A lot of movies do that, where they're like, especially a lot of horror movies, where they're trying to show, not because they know if they show more context, it will give the movie away. So with good marketing, I mean,
right.
A lot of horror movies with good marketing. So even the trailer after the initial teaser will still be very mysterious.
Yeah, Megan 2 learned the wrong thing. By the way,
I mean, in a way, even him does that. Even though I don't think it's a good movie, him does that.
Yes,
it continues to like give you the trailer's going to give you like
it keeps
what's
that
going
vibe
on.
consistent.
It's not telling you blatantly what's going
No,
on.
Sony effortlessly fucks that up all the time. That's like their regular. Is like their second trailer always does too much, fucks up the flow, ruins your appetite for the movie itself.
Oh yeah, for certain trailers, like I start to like I put my headphones in. I put like my music up.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need to watch it. Oh, this is the second trailer? Okay, I'm already sold on this movie.
So, final thoughts. Going into Tron Ares.
I thought we hit them. Alright.
I think, again, I'm just going to, this is just a reloop, but I'm just, final thoughts. I think, again, after watching Tron 82, and then watching Tron Legacy again, my expectation is Tron 82, like we talked about, is here for me. It's like, it's a really good sci-fi movie that's very creative. In fact, I think it's high sci-fi for the fact that it's doing things that were not implemented before and trying to show off stuff that you don't really see usually. Tron Legacy, now, it used to be up here for me. It is now half of Tron 82. Because now I have the context of Tron 82. And this is a half measure. And its story fucking sucks. And everything fucking sucks. So if Ares is down here, if it's fucking trash, I'm not surprised because the trend of this franchise is down. It is not getting better. It is getting worse. And so it's not as bad. No, because your fucking franchise is like that. That's like Terminator after Terminator 2. Every fucking Terminator movie has. I mean, Salvation wasn't bad. Every Terminator movie has kind of gone like, zoop. And it's like, okay, that's the norm.
It's like what everybody's saying about like Star Wars and Indiana Jones. It's like this should just be a video game franchise.
Yeah, because you got
fuck movies.
Yep,
fuck shows.
After Indiana Jones 3, zoop. Yeah,
just be a video game franchise.
Yep. What about you? What's your expectation?
Huh?
Expectation.
Oh, this movie's gonna be.
Is it as good as Legacy or worse? Do you think?
Probably as bad.
I like that. Yeah.
So like it's but like it can be rewarding sometimes to have low expectations because it just needs to if it does a little better then like
Then what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better.
Oh, okay. What were you about to say before I cut you off?
Oh yeah, Phillips. Any history of Tron or anything? Any quick thoughts on Trons?
Get
closer to the mics.
Kingdom Hearts. That's it.
Oh, just Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
What is your expectation for Ares?
I have none. I have absolutely none. I did not watch any Tron.
All right, good.
I have absolutely no expectations at all.
All right, Brian, show him that scene. Sentinel, give him good expectations. Show him that scene in Legacy where the
wait. I do have one expectation.
One sec. Wait.
Wait.
Okay. Wait.
As a Baltimore resident.
Sorry, there was I pressed the cheer button so that you get some
Okay.
you get some
As a Baltimore resident, there will be 0 wheelies performed. I repeat, 0 wheelies performed.
Oh wait,
That is
just
my
so
only expectation.
so you have expectations because like I wouldn't suggest you see a recap of both movies. What you need though, that is required, is you only need to watch that one scene in Legacy where the 4 women undress this man.
Yeah.
That's
Which
the
again, by the way,
that's very canon.
I just want you to understand how tame that was. Still extremely tame.
Name the what?
Like they didn't really undress him. Like again, like let's
They
not.
stripped him down to his boxers.
No.
I
Yes.
cast
No. Okay.
testicular
I need you to. I need you to understand, Mark. Like this was like so soft. Like it was nothing like even close to like softcore. It was just like they undress him, and within 3 seconds, there is a CGI. There are CGI pants on him in like 0.3 seconds because they're like, we're not doing that, and like that.
So-
It's still the motion is no. It's still weird, and it still feels like someone got their fetish on
weird?
screen.
I don't know if it's weird. It's just someone saying, "Hey, is this cool and hot?" Which I guess is you're right.
Yeah,
Are you sure that this is not testicular torsion?
He probably got testicular torsion on the fucking light bikes. Wouldn't you think, Mark?
Well, yeah, but his character has no charisma. So like,
Yeah, well, technically this character.
Oh my testicles.
This
Whoa.
character technically has no
Excellent.
balls, so.
No,
Yeah,
wait,
probably.
Mark, do you know what testicular torsion
Huh?
is?
I'm in the game world. Huh?
I know
My balls are gone.
I know Silly Billy has. I know Silly Billy knows what the fuck that is. Silly Billy versus
Don't mind me.
testicular torsion.
Don't mind me.
My name is Silly Bill. And
All
right. We're done with this fucking. We gotta
Tron,
see.
we'll see how this goes. You'll see our review for Ares.
By the way, it's late. There's a possibility I could fall asleep in this fucking movie.
Don't do that. Jared Leto is all we have to live for. Come on, Mark.
It's Morbin time.
Be better than that. We're done.
Log out, everybody.